Hello, and welcome back to Tech Talk. I'm your host, Stephen Taylor, and today we have some really interesting sources centered around the topic of sustainability and energy. This module was really cool for me to cover because I am really interested in the future of sustainable technologies. And I'm definitely going to be looking for jobs in that sector after I graduate from college. Last semester, I actually worked on a project called the Chico Electrification Campaign. The goal was to build marketing materials to try to get local Chico residents to switch from gas to electric housing appliances. I learned a lot, and we're going to discuss sustainability today. But first, let's examine this week's section of Elements of Style. So, in Elements of Style, the section titled An Approach to Style, Strunk and White highlight principles that contribute to effective writing styles. They emphasize the significance of clarity, length, and coherence when conveying ideas. The authors advocate for a purposeful and deliberate approach to style, urging writers to trim unnecessary words and focus on conveying their message with precision. My grandma, Mac, is actually an English professor, and she's written a couple of books. She's incredibly kind, and she's also the best writer I know. She still helps me with my papers today. She'll get on a Zoom call with me, and one of the things that she helps me with the most is wasted words, specifically words like that, and helps me to shorten sentences to make the content more powerful. But yeah, next we are going to examine a podcast from A History of the World in 100 Objects called Solar Powered Lamp and Charger. This podcast segment takes us from the rudimentary chopping tools in East Africa, where humans first asserted control over its environment, to the impact of portable solar panels in those same regions like South Asia or Sub Saharan Africa. The story revolves around a solar powered lamp, a symbol of the ongoing low carbon industrial revolution. The speaker highlights the portability and life changing effects of this technology, providing off grid communities with a new control over their environment while also keeping sustainability in mind. It explores the mechanics of the panels and emphasizes the potential of solar energy, especially in the context of a more developing world. The segment touches on the positive aspects of solar, from facilitating education to empowering women and even fostering economic growth as well. The solar powered lamp becomes sort of a beacon of hope in this story. It symbolizes the sort of convergence or joining of technology, sustainability, and empowerment. The dual function of the solar panel, both providing light and the ability to charge devices, adds a layer of, um, I guess, versatility that could really be helpful and beneficial to a lot of people. Additionally, the segment raises important questions about the reliability of traditional power grids. The global implications of this solar revolution on climate change and our reliance on fossil fuels adds a note to this sort of forward looking narrative. And next, we are going to analyze different stories of, or different sections of society, ethics, and technology. So in section 2.5.1 of Society, Ethics, and Technology is titled Our Posthuman Future. In this section, a man named Francis Fukuyama explores the ethical implications of biotechnology and examines the changes it could bring to our humanity. Fukuyama addresses the challenges posed by genetic engineering, cloning, and other advancements. He discusses the potential consequences of altering human nature and questions the ethical boundaries of sort of manipulating our own environment. It made me think of the ethical responsibilities that go into the that go with scientific progress. And along our way as humans, I think that we've not stopped to examine what the cost of innovation is. And it's helped a lot of people, and I absolutely understand the economic perspective of a lot of these different choices that we've made. But the fact of the matter is that it's not sustainable. And I don't mean that in a green sense. I mean that it's not feasible to continue for a longer period of time, even past, say, 2050 or even the year 3000. Um, but Fukuyama's examination of genetic engineering and its social implications really encourages readers to think about the fine line between innovation and ethical considerations. So, in the next section, 2.6.1, titled The Nexus and the Neem Tree, author Robert W. Cates investigates the relationship between energy and the environment. The author explores the interconnectedness of various environmental factors, specifically climate change and its impact on resource depletion. Cates introduces the concept of the nexus. So this concept is really cool, and I had not heard of it before. It's centered around the idea of a network of everything being connected. Cates demonstrates how, when concerning climate change, there are so many different things and things that are overarching that contribute to the climate emergency that we're facing. Cates' work presents a view of the environmental challenges we're facing, and the section really opens the door for more discussion on sustainable practices and policies. It encourages readers to contemplate their role in preserving the delicate balance between humanity and the environment. Finally, we're going to examine a chapter from a book called A Human-Built World. So, in Chapter 6 is titled Creating an Eco-Technical Environment. I really enjoyed this source and kind of diving more into it. So the author, Thomas P. Hughes, explores the connection between technology and ecology. Hughes goes into the historical evolution of how technology shapes and is shaped by its natural environment. He examines the concept of what he calls eco-technical environment and emphasizes the relationship between technological systems and the ecosystems in which they operate. This chapter really explores how humans intentionally and unintentionally engineered and damaged environments, affecting both the technological developments and the natural world. Really, it goes into a lot about the harm that can be done and tries to get people to acknowledge sort of the more implications and consequences that may come with like industrialization. This chapter does invite discussions on responsible technology development and the long-term impacts of our engineering endeavors on this planet. It serves as a thought-provoking platform to explore how we can navigate the delicate balance between advancing technology and both also preserving the environment. So once again, this has been Tech Talk, and my name is Stephen Taylor. I really hope you enjoyed my discussion today, and I will see you next time.